Here's an El Haloof game in the IS-3. It wasn't an amazing match, and I made a huge mistake at the end which got me killed, but it wasn't terrible either. And it featured one of the more interesting puppy performances. E75, who by all rights has terrible stats, actually played really well this game. Kept me alive for a lot longer than I should have been. So, because I'm in a heavy tank, and it's only 2 9s on the enemy team, only 3 of them, I'm going to go to Mount Puppy at A2. There's really nowhere else for me to go where I can be useful in this. E75's coming with me. The majority of our team is staying behind to shoot across the valley. I'm worried about running into one of the 2 9s first, so I have APCR loaded just in case. The T-54's already got himself killed, which is good. Unfortunately, we traded our Lorraine for him. So myself and the E75 begin climbing. Now, you'll notice there's no Artie in this match, which is the only reason what I did was viable. You can see I kind of stopped there, getting ready to take a shot at the Conqueror's cupola, but he backed off. So I move around to the right side of the E75 so I can use him as cover. He's got a lot better armor than me. If there was Artie in this match, I would probably be hit at least once by now. You can see I'm pushing out further to the left to get an angle around the corner. Again, if there was Artie in this match, that would be a huge mistake. Or if any of them had gone across the top, other than that T29. So I'm sort of edging up with E75. He backs down. I'm just sitting here waiting for somebody to poke around the corner. Which the T29 does. So my first shell goes into him, and I back down to bait the Conqueror, which drives right in front of the A75. See, the Conqueror can't depress his gun enough and takes a very bad shot, bounces off my turret. For my own part, that was some quite bad driving there. Got me hung up on a rock with my thin roof armor pointing at them. Thankfully I got away with it. The enemy have a lot of tanks up there, and there's only myself and the E75 down here with a pair of tier 7 tank destroyers supporting us from across the valley. How effective they are going to be, I do not know. So I stay down here with the 75 and go to see what's on this side of the map. There's an AMX running up the trench and a VK right there. Now, I'd pre-selected an APCR round because I expected to get pushed by the Conqueror, and I'd forgotten at this point because I'm so busy engrossed with my my engagement with the 4502, so I didn't realise that I loaded an APCR round for a tier 8 tank I could pen easily. You see me trying to spot him here. There he is. So, really didn't need an APCR shot there, but I didn't even realise I had it loaded. It doesn't matter either way, as long as he's dead, it's all good. So you can see me backing up here, trying to see if I can get a shot on the Conqueror. He looks like he wants to push around the corner. Myself and the E75 are waiting. I managed to get a shot through his lower front plate. So the teams are about equal at the moment. Just trading 1 for 1. These guys on hill are getting hit from across the map though, although we did just lose that ET7 to the enemy object. I was aiming at the wrong spot there. The 122-44 was up the hill, not in that bush. I have no idea what I was thinking. So E75's taken a hit probably from the Conqueror. He's rolling out around the corner to try and get another shot in. He bounces. Or rather, I think those are the guys across the valley. I get another shot into its lower plate. I'm not trading damage favourably with him, but he's got lower health points than me, so I should get away with it. If he had roughly equivalent health to me and I kept doing it, so I would die before he does, obviously. So they start rolling around now. I unfortunately bounce off the IS-3, not a very well aimed shot. The Roomba hits me in the track from behind, luckily not in the engine. Primal managed to set the IS-3 on fire, and the 704 suicides around the corner. Fortunately that shot didn't hit its lower front plate like I wanted it to, but that's okay because the E75 is going to face hug him and give me the chance to do this. So that's the 704 removed. E75 takes the T29 and then I roll out to take the IS-3. He backs up around the corner in a panic for obvious reasons. You can see the Conqueror died in a very convenient position. If only he was about 2 meters further back, I could actually use him as a proper hold down. I get the shot into the IS-3. It's kind of risky though, and I did give up a lot of hit points to do it. 3 of the enemy TDs still have not been spotted this match. And that's what the little white asterisks mean on the player markers, these things. I had wondered for the longest time what they were until I found in my XVM config, like show icon on unspotted enemies, and ticked it, and that's what happened, so now I know what those are. You can see I've updated my config as well. I've added a couple more shades of red and managed to revert the names back to what I had them before. It seems when they updated XVM they broke the renaming function and then it reset all the names as well. So that was a huge mistake. I rolled out in front of those TDs knowing full well they were looking at me, and I paid for it. I'm just going to hit the time acceleration now. Watch the wall of text as hardest bitches out our FCM. Rightly so, the FCM was being stupid. So this E75, even though he has quite bad stats, he played quite well this game. I'm pretty happy with his performance. I was worried for a minute here that our team would somehow find a way to throw this. Now it's just the 122.44 left, and of course most of our team is going to go cat fast because pubbies love to get those purple points. .122.44 gets spotted, but nobody manages to kill him before the game ends. So it wasn't a huge game, but myself and the E75 were able to hold up their tanks at A2 quite well, just by using our position to sort of goad them down the hill into our teammates' shots. If that was a tier 10 match, I probably would have stayed further back, but the IS-3 is quite a strong tier 8 tank. It can quite happily play with some of the weaker armoured tier 9s. Conqueror is not a bad tank, but its hull armour leaves something to be desired for a tier 9. Also, it does have okay gun depression, but doesn't have enough gun depression to handle tanks on a hill that steep.